there, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Friday, it is August the 3rd, and we are taking a look at some active weather coverage for later on this afternoon. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I don't like that. I'm Tom Reynolds. I don't like that active weather thing.
Why not?
Well, because it got snowflakes all in it. It's a little bit premature about that.
Well, you go and tell the person that makes our graphics, and you let them know.
I'm going to let them know this morning. Never mind putting snowflakes in there just yet. It's not going to be snowing.
For us, parts of Ontario are going to see snow.
Yeah, well,
Northern Ontario.
I'm not talking about them right now.
But they can get about 20 centimeters.
Really?
What if you were traveling that way today?
Geraldton?
Well, a little bit further north.
Don't go.
Pickle Lake, maybe?
Pickle Lake. They always have snow in Pickle Lake.
They don't.
Almost always.
Let's take a look at our current temperatures. It's mild for us. 30 kilometers an hour and then intensifying to possibly 70 kilometers an hour. More on your weekend forecast in a moment. First, here's Tom. We'll deal with this storm first. Winds intensifying this morning and into the afternoon. We'll start to see the rain at about mid-afternoon. We're looking at about your evening commute. So what's really going to be affected with this, with winds and rain. Temperatures are going to be dropping significantly behind the cold front, and then we're going to be left with lake effect throughout the weekend. So not a complete washout, but temperatures certainly much cooler, only 13 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday for Toronto. Hi there, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Friday. It is October the 3rd. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I'm Tom Reynolds. You see what happens when you pay the orchestra leader a little bit more dough?
Better music?
Well, yeah, you had a whole new ensemble in there, more horns going. He just went crazy.
I think that's just our fall programming.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was just the orchestra leader. Okay. Anyway, it sounds nice, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Spice it up a little bit.
It does.
Yeah, it gets you excited about the forecast.
Well, we do have some active weather on the way, so be excited.
Yes.
We've got wind, we've got rain, and
yes.
colder temperatures.
Oh, boo. Downtown Toronto, they're saying it's pretty foggy all day, overcast all day.
I was in a mall for most of the day.
Oh, so you were okay. So it was sort of overcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was sunny up in Georgetown. I know for about 3 hours there. It was rather nice.
Yeah, when I picked up Brooklyn from daycare, I think there was a little bit of sunshine.
Was there? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not bad.
All right, well, we do have the risk of isolated thunderstorms. Those are certainly going to be our big story getting into the weekend. I'll talk about that in a moment, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, this area of low pressure is going to track through our area. The rain's going to develop late afternoon, early evening, and that's our best chance of seeing isolated thunderstorms as well. The winds are going to stay quite strong through the overnight. They'll start to ease throughout the day tomorrow, but then we've got the lake effect showers that we're going to have to deal with all weekend long. So both Saturday and Sunday, we do have the chance for showers. The biggest story with this system, in my opinion, is going to be the dramatic change in temperatures. We're going to go from a high of like 24 today, feeling like 28, to 13 degrees tomorrow and into Sunday. We do kind of rebound next week. Risk of isolated thunderstorms today. That cold front that's approaching is going to be a sharp one, and we are going to be seeing very mild, muggy air ahead of it. So when those two hit each other, that's where we can see those convective showers. We're looking at about 20 millimeters of rain, fairly widespread throughout the GTA. Areas further north, look at Geraldton, Wawa, Edley Lake, could see up to 80 millimeters. Intense. Now, the winds are really going to start to pick up this morning, continue through the afternoon. Rain develops late afternoon, just in time for your evening commute. That's our best chance of seeing isolated thunderstorms. The rain starts to taper off in intensity through the overnight, but throughout the day tomorrow and even on Sunday, we do have the chance for some lake effect showers and much colder temperatures, 13 degrees for a high tomorrow. Well, we are going to be mild and muggy throughout the morning hours, and the winds are really going to start to intensify throughout southern Ontario as a Colorado low approaches the region by the afternoon. We're looking at 16 degrees in St. Catharines, 16 for Hamilton as well as in through Toronto, 16 through Barrie as well as in through Newmarket, 15 in Orangeville, 16 in Kitchener as well as in through Brantford. See how warm it is to the south, 18 through London and 20 in Windsor. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. It is going to be a very stormy day. We've got wind, we've got rain, potential for thunderstorms, and much cooler temperatures behind that cold front. It is going to feel like fall by the weekend.
I like everything except the cold air, but...
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, it has to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to deal.
I'm hearing about a guy who's driving the wrong way on the 401.
Great.
Westbound. He's driving westbound express east of Kiel, but he's going the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah.
He must be drunk.
We're going to look.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the radar before we get to the backwards driver showers. Talk about that coming up. But first, Tom, what's going on with that driver?
Well, we're going to...
Rain moving in later on this afternoon. Winds are going to start to intensify. Could be gusting upwards of 70 kilometers an hour, especially down by the lakeshore by this afternoon. Rain, we're looking at about 20 millimeters, fairly widespread, and then it all turns into lake effect for tomorrow and into Sunday with much cooler temperatures. We're only going to be 13 for Saturday and 13 for Sunday. Well, we do have a storm approaching. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is October the 3rd. And the storm that's coming is going to be a very typical fall-like system. We'll talk about that coming up. Not only are we going to see rain from this system, but we do have the risk to see some isolated thunderstorms. Now, we do have a cold front that's going to collide with really warm, soupy, muggy air, which is what we're going to be experiencing throughout the day today. Temperatures into the low 20s, but feeling more like the upper 20s when you factor in humidity. You get that sharp cold front coming in. That's where we could see those convective showers. We're looking at about 20 millimeters of rain for the city of Toronto, so not incredible amounts. And this is going to be kind of our weekend story. Once the bulk of this system moves through, we'll be left with lake effect showers for both Saturday and Sunday. Wind is certainly going to be a big story. It'll start to intensify this morning. We're going to see winds gusting anywhere between 60, 70, even 80 kilometers an hour, especially along the lakes. The winds will start to ease as they switch direction to more of a northwesterly flow, and that is where we're going to see our significant drop in temperatures, only 13 degrees tomorrow and into Sunday. Here's Tom now with an update on your commute. Well, the system will start to show its, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to. I'm going to change my words. The system will show up this morning in terms of our winds. We are going to start to see gusts anywhere between 60 to 70 kilometers an hour, especially along the lakeshore. Once the cold front hits the soupy, muggy air that we're going to experience today, that's where we have that chance to see some convective showers, so likely this evening. We're looking at about 20 millimeters throughout the weekend. Once the low moves through, we're going to see a dramatic decrease in temperatures as the winds ease over the weekend. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, we are going to see quite a bit of rain. The wind, certainly a big story. The heat, the humidity, it's going to feel like 28 by this afternoon. Once that cold front hits, that's where we could see some stormy weather.
Yeah, it could be fairly active because there's certainly a lot of humidity in the air over the last few days. We've had a lot of fog and things like that, so it could be interesting.
Nuit Blanche happening this weekend, and it could be cold and it could be wet.
So take your umbrella with you.
Yeah, TTC running all night.
TDC running all night, and hopefully we'll be doing the whole section of the 4. They're going to be, the Bloor Danforth's been under construction of late, so they'll run it from Kiel to Woodbine, and then the young line from Eglinton all the way to St. Clair West.
Okay, good to know, so you can get around pretty easily. Let's take a look at the radar weekend in just a few moments, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom for traffic. Winds really starting to pick up this morning, as Kevin was mentioning, coming in from more of a southeasterly direction. So there's a little bit of a chill, but because they're still coming in from a southerly direction, we're going to heat up this afternoon. We're looking at temperatures around 23, feeling like 28. Once that cold front moves through, that's where we can see that convective activity. And then the rain, about 20 millimeters for the city of Toronto. Lake effect showers are going to continue over the weekend, so we're still going to be fairly damp for Saturday. Sunday, we could see a few showers. Temperatures drastically change. We go from 23 today to only 13 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday. New system moves in for Monday. Well, here's a look at the radar, and you can see that the rain is pushing to the north. The low is tracking in that direction, but because the northwest winds are going to pick up in intensity throughout the morning and early afternoon, we're going to see the showers develop just in time for your evening commute. Cold front moves through, and that is what's going to give us the risk of a few convective showers. It's going to be warm and muggy throughout the day today. We do have about 20 millimeters of rain in our forecast areas further north. Look at that, 50 to 80 millimeters through Elliott Lake, through Sault Ste. Marie, Wawa, and Geraldton. So this storm does have a lot of rain with it. It's very moisture saturated. Not necessarily for us, but we will see the wraparound effect from this low over the weekend. So we're expecting to see scattered showers throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday. And the big story, not only with our winds gusting to 70 kilometers an hour this afternoon, is going to be the dramatic decrease in temperatures over the weekend. We're looking at 13 degrees for Saturday as well as on Sunday, and then a new system moving in for Monday. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, down at the Island Airport, it's certainly going to be very breezy today, that's for sure.
I would think so, yeah. So if you got a flight, it could be a little bumpy as you take off or land.
Yes, a little turbulence.
A little bit of turbulence.
Well, there's lots of events happening this weekend. We were talking earlier about Nuit Blanche, and Halloween Haunt starts this weekend at Canada's Wonderland.
Oh, it'll be spooky.
I've never been.
It's quite good, apparently. My daughters have gone before.
I'm way too scared.
And Liam,
to go
I think
to that.
Liam went too. Actually, I think
He
Liam's
did.
gone as well. Yes.
I'm way too scared. I
Are
could
you?
not handle that.
No.
No.
Well, you should come up to my house at Halloween.
No, thanks.
Come on.
I've seen it.
I'll scare you.
I'm good. You scare me every day, Tom.
I do.
50 millimeters. Now, this includes lake effect over the weekend, and I'll break that all down for you in just a moment. But first, here's Tom. The winds are certainly going to be a big story this morning and in through the afternoon. We're looking at gusts anywhere from 60 to 70, possibly even up to 80 along the lakeshore by the time this system really has a big impact on southern Ontario. Rain will develop by late afternoon. We're going to start to see the risk for isolated thunderstorms around that time with that cold front. And then behind the cold front, temperatures are going to be dropping dramatically. We've got the potential to see some lake effect showers for both Saturday and Sunday. Only a daytime high of 13 degrees for both days. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. I was actually just checking out our app on my smartphone, the Weather Network app, and see, Tom, you can actually see with the hourly forecast when the storm develops. So we might even see some sunshine this morning.
That's good.
That is good.
We don't mind some sunshine. It's supposed to be fairly mild right into the afternoon, and then it's all going to start to change.
Yeah, so once temperatures do start to warm up, I know Kevin was talking about that southeasterly wind. I know it's a little bit of bite, but I did not wear a jacket today.
Well, you should.
And that is not like me.
It'll be okay. You'll be safe.
I know I'll be
You'll
safe.
be fine.
Take
No
a look
problem.
at the radar. You can also check out the lake effect showers and colder temperatures. Those details coming up, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, we are going to be seeing those showers develop later on this afternoon in through the evening. Chance of isolated thunderstorms and gusty conditions, anywhere from 60 to 80 km/h winds, especially down by the lakeshore. Now, once the system tracks through the weekend, we are going to see that wraparound lake effect rain moving through. Temperatures are going to be much colder because of those northwesterly winds. So we're looking at 13 degrees and lake effect showers Saturday and Sunday. We've got rain on the way. It's moving to our north right now, only because that's the track of the low. But once those northwesterly winds pick up behind it, that's when we're going to start to see the cold front approach our area. And that is where we're going to see the risk of isolated, non-severe thunderstorms. We've got warm, muggy air coming in from the south. Once that sharp cold front hits it, that's where we can see those convective showers. Rainfall amounts aren't incredibly significant, but still 20 millimeters in a short period of time. 30 to 50 millimeters, that's where it starts to get significant up through cottage country and even more so throughout northern Ontario. This low is going to bring winds anywhere between, gusts I should say, anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour. More so if you're along the lakeshore. This is going to be through the evening and overnight. The winds will still be decent tomorrow morning, but temperatures are going to be much, much cooler behind the cold front. For example, Saturday and Sunday, only a high of 13 degrees with wraparound lake effect showers.
A little bit of sunshine. Easterly.
I gotta go.
Not sure what's going on with Kevin, but
I gotta go.
I kind of heard him mumbling some temperatures, so we'll see. We're going to be checking in with him. He'll let us know what the conditions are like throughout parts of southern Ontario. He's in downtown Toronto. He's close to the airport. We're seeing the sun trying to come out, as you can see outside of our Oakville studios. The sky is, well, it's bright. We are going to be seeing the potential for a little bit of sunshine throughout the day today. The winds are going to start to intensify. We're going to be seeing winds anywhere from 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. The rain is going to push in by later on this afternoon, just in time for your evening commute. Oof, I know. Lots of different events happening this weekend. We'll talk about some of those coming up. First, let's take a look at the radar. Areas around cottage country, 30 to 50 millimeters. And it's going to get cold over the weekend. But for conditions in the here and now, let's check in with Kevin Yard. Kevin? Well, the low is going to track its way north and east throughout the afternoon. As you can see, the winds behind the low coming in from that northwesterly direction, cooling our temperatures down dramatically. Winds gusting 60 to 80 kilometers an hour, 20 millimeters of rain. We're going to have lots of teams on the ground. Storm Hunter Mark Robinson is going to be out and about. Chrissy Van's going to be out and about. So make sure you stay tuned. And we're going to be streaming live starting at 3 p.m. So make sure you check that out if you're not going to be near a TV. We've got this low. It is continuing to track its way east, but behind it, we've got wraparound showers for both Saturday and Sunday and much cooler temperatures, only a daytime high of 13. Rain, wind, and the chance of isolated thunderstorms, a typical fall storm. Thunderstorm risk map goes from the east end of Toronto all the way down towards Windsor and up towards cottage country as well. We're looking at about 15 to 20 millimeters of rain for the city of Toronto, but up north could be higher. This low is going to continue to be a bit of an issue over the weekend with wraparound lake effect showers and much cooler temperatures. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Now, Kevin and Kasia Bedurka are our early morning reporters, and we're going to have a slew of people out in the field today. We're going to have Storm Hunter Mark Robinson.
Yes.
We're going to have Chrissy Van. They're going to be tracking this storm live as it's happening. If you're not near a TV, we've got live streaming
Right.
on our website and mobile devices. And make sure they download what?
Beat the traffic. Beat the traffic app. It's free, and you can also find out what's going on with the traffic because it could be busy because it's the afternoon rush hour. You'll be reporting from Oakville live with Brooklyn.
Yeah. Watching Dora.
That's watching Dora. That's right.
In the rain. Here it comes. Here's a look at the radar. You get temperatures. All those details coming up. But first, here's Tom. Well, we've got the wind picking up, as you saw with Kevin. We're going to see gusts anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour this afternoon. Rain really pushing in by the late afternoon, early evening commute. We're going to see about 20 millimeters of rain with this system. The winds are going to switch to a more northerly direction behind the cold front, which means our temperatures are going to be dropping dramatically. We're still going to be seeing some lake effect showers, a little bit of wraparound tomorrow and into Sunday at 13 degrees. Into the beginning of next week, that low, it's not going anywhere. It's sticking around, giving us some residual moisture. Hamilton only seeing a daytime high of 12 for both Saturday and Sunday, and lake effect showers continue through Oshawa as well. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday, October the 3rd, and we've got some active weather on the way. Hasn't started just yet, but we're starting to see the effect of the winds pick up. We join Kevin Yard. He's in Toronto near the Island Airport. And Kevin, what are the winds feeling like right now? All right. Thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah, there is a good chance that we could see a decent amount of rain, anywhere from 20 to 25 millimeters expected throughout much of the GTA. Kasia Badurka now joins us live in Burlington. And Kasia, even though the storm is coming in this afternoon, must feel nice to see a little bit of sunshine.
Oh, I'm loving it, Emily. It's been a gorgeous morning, and it's been so nice and calm here in Burlington. The shorelines of Lake Ontario, just great. But all morning, I've been monitoring the wind speeds along Lake Erie as well as Huron. It's been a little bit more intense there, so you know the winds, they are on their way. That's why I didn't even bother styling my hair today. I knew it's going to be a windy one. To you inside.
That's usually a good plan on days like today, especially when you're reporting outside. We're going to have lots of people out in the field today. Storm Hunter Mark Robinson is going to be out tracking the system, as well as Chrissy Van, so make sure you stay tuned. And if you're not near a TV this afternoon, we're going to be streaming live starting at 3 o'clock, so check us out there. All right, so we do have the risk of a few isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. We've got warm, soupy, muggy air moving in with that southerly wind, so temperatures into the low 20s, feeling like the upper 20s. And when that sharp cold front hits, that's where we have that chance to see isolated non-severe storms. Rainfall amounts, as Kevin was mentioning, could be record-breaking for a day's rainfall. We're looking at about 15 to 25 millimeters, fairly widespread throughout the GTA. The winds gusting anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour by this evening. This low is really going to affect your evening commute, so download Beat the Traffic, the app. It is very helpful of getting you where you need to go. It lets you know all the incidences and construction and all of that. This low is really going to plague us right through the weekend. We've got temperatures dropping significantly behind that cold front with that northwesterly wind, and we're going to be seeing the potential for some lake effect showers for Saturday and Sunday. So 13 degrees Saturday, 13 degrees Sunday. If you've got outdoor activities planned, make sure you grab your umbrella. Good morning. It's Friday, October the 3rd. We're taking a look at some active weather throughout southern Ontario. I'm Emily Vukovic. Before we get into the explanation of exactly what's going to happen throughout the day today, let's check in with Kevin Yard. He joins us down by the Island Airport. And Kevin, are you really starting to notice the winds picking up yet? Yeah, thanks, Kevin. It's kind of the calm before the storm, that's for sure, even though the winds are picking up. Now, Kevin mentioned that these winds are coming in from more of a southeasterly direction, so that's going to keep our temperatures quite mild throughout the day. This afternoon, we're expecting a daytime high of 23 this morning while we have it. Here's the thunderstorm risk map. It stretches just to the east of Toronto, up through Parry Sound, so in through Aurelia and Barrie included in this. It stretches all the way down to Windsor, so anywhere along the southern shores of Ontario, the shores of Lake Erie, that's where we have that best chance to see those convective showers, mostly this evening. We're looking at about 20 millimeters of rain for the city of Toronto, but cottage country, again, through Muskoka and Huntsville and through Aurelia and Barrie, about 30 to 50. So it is going to get quite intense in some areas. Now, this low, as it tracks through, it's going to bring with it wind gusts anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour. The higher the wind gusts down by the water, that's for sure. And then we're going to see that rain really affecting your evening commute, as Kevin was mentioning. So grab your umbrella. You will need it, even though you're seeing some sunshine this morning. Wraparounds from this system brings in northwesterly winds, which means much cooler temperatures throughout the day tomorrow. Lake effect showers for both Saturday, Sunday, and then new system moving in through the beginning of next week. Now, we're going to have teams out in the field today. Storm Hunter Mark Robinson as well as Chrissy Van, they're going to be tracking this system, letting us know exactly what the conditions are. Make sure you download the Beat the Traffic app that we have. and it will get you where you need to go safely. But only check it when you're at home, not when you're driving. Temperatures, chilly over the weekend. We're only looking at daytime highs around 13 degrees for the city of Toronto. Some active weather on the way through southern Ontario. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is October the 3rd, and this system is a very classic fall storm. Colorado low is going to be moving in through southern Ontario. We'll start off with the winds gusting anywhere from 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. The winds coming in from the south, which means they're warm. And once that sharp cold front moves through, that's where we have the best chance to see some convective activity. Rainfall amounts 15 to 20 millimeters of rain. Areas further north, 30 to 50 millimeters of rain. And even further north than that, it gets intense. Now, the winds are going to continue through the better part of the evening and overnight. And then the cold front moves through. That is where we're going to see a dramatic decline in our temperatures. We're actually only going to be seeing daytime highs around 13 degrees for the weekend. Now, there's this system, and I spoke to meteorologist Dr. Doug Gillum about the Long Ranger. Here it is. All right, joining us, meteorologist Dr. Doug Gillum. We have literally gone from summer to fall within a transition of like 3 days. And I know the calendar has said fall for a little while now, but it has felt so summer-like.
Yeah, 12 out of the last 14 days have had above seasonal temperatures in the GTA.
Incredible.
Very little rain. Unfortunately, this weekend and into next week is going to remind us that it is October.
And you're not going to be making any new friends?
No.
All right, so we've got the weather pattern map. We've got cool conditions literally straight from the north, right down through southern Ontario. I'm not a huge fan of this word, but it's chilly, and we're just going to have to accept it.
Yeah, it's not unusually chilly, but again, temperatures will be a few degrees below seasonal, and along with the cool temperatures, we will have unsettled weather Monday and Tuesday. Now, Monday doesn't look like a total washout, but not a pretty day either. We're going to have some showers. Tuesday is the better chance of a washout. Again, cool temperatures and some significant rain, but we actually could use the rain after the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a little dry, but I'm okay with that because I love the sunshine. At least that's going to return for Wednesday and Thursday. Seasonal temperatures, so we're looking kind of mid-teens, which is exactly where we should be for this time of year.
A lot cooler. Again, what we've gotten used to over the past couple of weeks, but a mixture of sun and clouds. Really can't complain for this time of year.
I'm going to complain about this, though, because this is the beginning of the long weekend.
Yeah, another round of rain comes through on Friday, a rather active weather pattern at the end of next week into the weekend. We're going to have a battle zone setting up that we have the milder air to our south trying to push north and colder air building over the eastern prairies. We're in between. That sets the stage for some fluctuating temperatures as we go into the Thanksgiving weekend. This milder air tries to push up at the end of next week and maybe again for Thanksgiving. And this overall looks like the pattern for October, where we're going to be in that battle zone back and forth.
So we can go either way, because that's what he's saying. So we're kind of covered both ways.
Right.
All right, quick look at the 7-day forecast. Cool to start the week, but by the end of the week, returning to more seasonal values. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It's the 3rd of October, and we've got some active weather on the way. Colorado low is certainly starting to make its impact throughout southern Ontario. Kevin Yard joins us in Toronto. He's down by the Island Airport. And Kevin, you can actually see the winds starting to pick up behind you. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Now, temperatures will be warming up throughout the afternoon, and we'll talk about temperatures and the risk of storms in just a few moments. But first, the risk of some convective showers. Thunderstorm risk map circles Georgian Bay around the southern shores of Ontario and down towards Lake Erie. We're looking at about 20 to 30 millimeters of rain, fairly widespread throughout the GTA. Areas further north, a little bit more, looking at 30 to 50 millimeters of rain. There are going to be intense winds with this, gusting anywhere between 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. The rain is going to be at its heaviest through your late afternoon, early evening commute, really starting to taper off through the late overnight and into tomorrow morning. But then we get the wraparound effect. We get the lake effect and much cooler temperatures with a northwesterly wind. I do want to mention that we're still going to be seeing residual moisture from this exact same low for the beginning of next week. Today, we're going to have lots of teams out in the field. Storm Hunter Mark Robinson is going to be out, as well as Chrissy Van. They're going to be reporting live, letting us know exactly what to expect as it's happening. And make sure you download a Beat the Traffic as well. Temperatures, cool. We're only looking at 13 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday, and showers getting us into next week, but it looks as though temperatures rebound slightly. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is the 3rd of October, and it is going to be a stormy day. We've got active weather on the way throughout the lower Great Lakes. It's It's going to be windy, it's going to be wet, and then it's going to be cold. We're going to check in with Kasia Bedurka. She's in Burlington this morning. And Kasia, the sun is shining, temperatures are warming up. It's hard to believe that it's really going to feel like fall over the weekend. It is, absolutely. Thanks so much, Kasia. Beautiful skyline behind her, lots of sunshine. Kevin Yard is joining us live in Toronto this morning. He's down at the Island Airport, and I think, Kevin, the winds are a little bit stronger where you are, a little bit on the cooler side. All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, it's kind of the calm before this storm. Now, we are going to have some teams out in the field. Storm hunter Mark Robbins is going to be out there, as well as Chrissy Van. They're going to be tracking this storm live as it's happening, so make sure you tune in. If you're not near a TV, we're going to be streaming live starting at 3 p.m. And you can always follow us on Twitter, theweathernetwork.ca, and online as well. And download Beat the Traffic, because this is going to be happening right near your evening commute. Risk of isolated thunderstorms throughout the day today. It's going to be warm. It's going to be soupy. It's going to be muggy. When that sharp cold front hits, that's where we have that risk of convective showers. About 20 millimeters of rain for the city of Toronto. Winds gusting anywhere between 60 to 80 kilometers an hour. The closer you are to the water, the gustier the conditions are going to be. The rain is going to impact through the evening, through the overnight, and then start to taper off. But the wraparound effect is going to bring us some lake effect showers throughout Saturday and Sunday. And that cold front is going to seriously damage our temperatures. So these beautiful conditions that we're seeing this morning with sunshine and temperatures up into the high teens, those days are over. It's finally going to feel like fall. We've got a classic fall system moving in through southern Ontario. And in Hamilton tomorrow, it's only going to be a daytime high of 12. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is October the 3rd, and we've got a system on the way. Colorado low bringing in rain, wind, and the chance of isolated thunderstorms. The winds are really going to pick up throughout the day. We're looking at gusts anywhere between 60 and 80 kilometers an hour. Chance of isolated thunderstorms just in time for your late afternoon, evening commutes when that cold front hits all that warm, soupy, muggy air that we're going to experience throughout the day because of that southerly wind. Rainfall amounts, we're looking at about 15 to 20 millimeters through the downtown core, 30 to 50 millimeters up through cottage country, and then look at northern Ontario. A lot of rain, and even further north than that, they're going to see some snow with Pickle Lake. They could see 20 centimeters. I'm glad it's just rain for us. Rain, wind, it's going to be intense through your evening commute. Make sure you download the Beat the Traffic app on your smartphone, because it will help you get to where you need to go, but check it before you leave, not during your drive, of course. That rain is going to continue through the evening and overnight, and then tomorrow morning we're going to start to see things taper off slightly. Now, this weekend doesn't look like it's going to be a complete washout, but temperatures are certainly going to be affected by this cold front, dropping down to 13 degrees Saturday and Sunday, and lake effect showers all weekend long as well.